What is going on? Thank you for joining me on my channel again. Come with me, and here's Lex as we open up the next 4 expansion boxes in Marvel United's Multiverse. This will be the final expansion box that we open, and then after this episode, we'll do the Multiverse stretch goal box, which just has like 100 minis in it. So enjoy this video. So the first box we're going to unbox is the War of Kings box, which you can see right here. Oh, if we can get it open, beautiful. Whoop, there goes the there goes the instructions. I'll just go and grab. So in this box we have got the Inhumans and the new Terrigen Mist feature. So you've got all your Inhumans here. These are really cool miniatures over here. We got your hero cards, locations, the Terrigen Mist icons. We'll go open those now. So we'll read up here. So the Terrigen Mist. Most of the Inhuman heroes have a starting hand called Terrigenesis. If any heroes with the Terrigenesis starting hand card is in the game at the end of setup, randomly place 1 Terrigen Mist token face down in each location. As long as a hero has their Terrigenesis card face up in the storyline, they may, during their turn, reveal any Terrigen Mist token in their location. If they do, they must discard the token to immediately perform the action shown on the back of the token. Oi! So we'll have a look at those when we look at the hero cards. Someone left a comment in my previous video that they want to see the hero cards, so we'll show the hero cards more. Let's open this box up. So first off, we've got our War of King locations here. We've got Adelan, Blue Area of the Moon, the Watcher Citadel, and finally Tarnak 4. I was going to say Tarnak 5, but the V is 5, 4. I'm no good at Roman numerals. So they're your location cards there. So now we'll look at the villain dashboards here. Vulcan, Gladiator. Gladiator has got a special setup. Shuffle Gladiator's hero deck and keep it face down nearby. Place the Gladiator tracker and the Hero's tracker on the 0 space of their corresponding tracks. And this is a bit of the special rules behind them. There you go. You can pause to have a read of this. We'll get this open and we'll look at the... So you've got your Terrigen... You've got your Terrigen Mist, your KOs, your BAMs. That's Vulcan's water. And on the back of the Terrigen Mist, as you can see here, you've got your hero actions that you can take. So that's what it says. You can flip over the Terrigen Mist and activate your hero action straight away. So there are your tokens there. Now let's have a look at these boxes. First up, we've got Karnak. It's a cool little one there. It looks nice and easy to paint. Obviously, I'm coming from a painter's... I was going to say painter's background, but I'm just coming from this from a painting point of view. Gorgon is here. So he looks so cool. That's a really cool miniature. Lots of detail in that. And Marvel United, or just the Common family, are just known for like their insane details in these miniatures. That looks really cool. Triton here. You see his little back there. It's got that clear that they've started using. I love this. Again, you know, if you're painting him, you just blue tack around that or put some sticky tape. But he looks insane as well. This is Gladiator. Nice. I love that. That face looks really cool. And this is Vulcan. So there's your supervillain. That'll be a bit of a fun one to paint. Kind of reminds me of Quicksilver's Quicksilver's miniature from season 1. A little bit different, but yeah, kind of reminds me of that one. Medusa, of course. Look at all that hair. Oh my gosh. That is fantastic. That is so cool. I love this one so much. Look how long her hair is. Incredible. You got the leader, Black Bolt right here. It would be cool if they had like that clear stuff for, like, you know, his mouth to let out some of that, you know, when he speaks and stuff like that, which would be pretty cool. Got his little wingies there. I think that's a really nice, it's a really nice mold. You've got Lockjaw here. This is so cute. This is so cute. It reminds me of my dad's got a, not that it's the same dog, but my dad's got an American Staffy, little chunky boy, and that looks exactly like him, little chunk. I love that. And finally, you've got Crystal, of course, and I love that it's the, you know, the water and the fire merging into one. Miniature itself is pretty simple, but that would be really cool. Some people I've seen paint those. I just leave them like that because I'm not a very good painter to put a lot of detail into it, but I really like that one. And so now we'll open the cards up. So these are all your starting hand cards. Really cool. Nice. I'll flip those over so you can have a better look at it. So obviously you've got all your actions over there. You may consider any face-up Medusa card in the storyline as the previous card in the storyline. For this turn, all Medusa Jaws cards will suggest 3 in hand. That's really cool. So you've got all of those. All really, really cool artwork. Just, oh, look how cool that is. Just some incredible stuff as always with all of these. Oh, that's awesome. And now what we'll do is we'll open up the other cards. Flip them around for you. It's a bit of Triton stuff. So he's obviously using the Aqua things. I think I said Vulcan earlier in the video, but it's definitely Triton. There's Gladiators, some Gladiator starting hands. There's Gladiators, are these the threat cards, sorry. Yep. Let's see some of that. And then you've obviously got Vulcan's threat cards as well. Cool. So that is your War of Kings box. The next box we'll open up is the OG core box. So you just got to excuse the light. I'm starting to lose light in the day thanks to daylight savings over in Australia. So this is where you've got your main box, all of your instructions. Oh, this is bit how's it going now with Robert Downey Jr. cast as Dr. Doom. I love that. So these are all your instructions to start the game, so you don't need any of the other boxes, you just need this one. All your tokens. And let's get into this now. So here are your your core box locations. If you're just buying the core box, give those an open. There's a lot in there. Muspelheim. I'm gonna butcher these names so much. Oh, London, that one's easy. That one's looks really nice. Project Pegasus, Kunlun, the United Nations headquarters, Alchemax headquarters, and TVA headquarters, which is really, really cool. I like how they're all exactly the same person. I love that so much. Here are your dashboards. Main dashboard. And then we've got Immortus, Emperor Doom, cool. Cosmic Ghost Rider, which is probably one of my favorite miniatures in this whole thing. And Maestro, you can have a read of these ones. So that's Cosmic Ghost Rider, Emperor Doom, Immortus, I love his color palette, and Maestro. Let's have a look at what everyone, or I'm the most excited for. Cosmic Ghost Rider. Look how awesome that is. That is, oh my gosh, that's fantastic. That's gonna be awesome to paint. Oh, incredible, absolutely incredible. He's obviously your anti-hero. You have Emperor Doom here as your villain. He feels really heavy. So that's Emperor Doom. Kind of looks like RDJ. There's Immortus. Another really cool one. The core box has some really nice ones and really good variations as well. There's Maestro. I don't know how you want to sort of pronounce it. That's that one there. So as this is the multiverse, obviously there's a bit of our different heroes. So there you've got Ironheart, and I can't wait for her Disney Plus series. I don't know if that comes out this year, or I think it might come out next year, but I really liked her in the new Black Panther movie. So that's Ironheart, Riri Williams. This is Shuri's Black Panther, which we saw a little bit of again in that the new Black Panther movie. I like the little details of like the sort of the jungle-ish sort of, the vibe over there of Wakanda. That's really cool. My boy, Spider-Man 2099. I should paint all my Spider-Man first and make a video about it because they're my favorite. I've got a Spider-Man tattoo. He's my absolute favorite. So that's Spider-Man 2099. This all really coincides with the new Marvel movies that just came out. I think they've done that really on purpose because here you've got Mighty Thor, which is obviously Jane, and that's again the new Thor Love and Thunder movie. She looks really cool. It'd be cool if we could have a little bit of lightning on there or something. With that little blue again, like what Crystal had. So that's that one. That's really cool. I like the ruins over here and stuff, or the runes. Sorry, not the ruins, the runes. I can't speak. Kid Loki, and again we saw this in the Loki TV show. He looks cool. I love that. Is it? Oh no. And finally, of course, Captain Carter. Saw her in live action, saw her in the What If TV series, and there is Captain Carter. All in all, this is a really cool box. It's a nice little core box. We may as well open these cards while we're here, and we'll talk about the equipment over there as well. So I won't go through all of these sort of cards, but look at that shapeshifting. Some really nice art on these ones. So this season they introduced equipment cards. So these equipment cards can be used by anyone who has the any of the players that have equipment. So as you can see with this one, you've got Captain Carter. They can use their shield, Cosmic Ghost Rider. How cool is that, baby Thanos? You can see like all of them in the core box. I'm pretty sure have equipment cards, which is awesome. So pretty much what you these are battle plans. We'll talk about battle plans later, but I want to talk about the equipment cards now. So these equipment cards also in the core box relate to some of the other ones in the core box. So you've got like Ant-Man, Black Widow, Captain America, Cyclops. So they give you equipment cards for the other ones in the previous seasons. So pretty much with these equipment cards is you pick your hero, say you pick Captain Carter, it goes out in front of Captain Carter, and you can use this once on your turn, or however it's indicated here, but you have to give up one of your starting hands that show one card with the two resolve action tokens on there, and then you can use that equipment card. You don't have to use these equipment cards, but it just adds a little bit more to the gameplay for experienced gamers. So they're the equipment cards. So we'll quickly just go through this one here. There's just so many. You obviously got like your threat cards and stuff. We'll just turn them around. So obviously, superhero stuff, super villains. Threat cards, Cosmic Ghost Rider. There's your Doom stuff. Purple Man, really cool. Loved him in Jessica Jones. Some more stuff, and there's your Immortus threat cards. And that's the core box, and that's all you need. You can see that it's obviously heaps bigger than the expansions, and you can just play this without any of the expansions, and it'll be just as good. But this has everything that you need to just set up, keep it going. So it's a very good starting point, and probably, in my opinion, the best core box of all the 3 seasons, just because of the variety you get, and because you get these awesome equipment cards to change up the gameplay if you've been playing for a while. And that is the Multiverse core box. The next one we're going to look at is Age of Apocalypse, which I'm really excited for because I finished X-Men 97, so I'm really keen on this one. So this is your, I was going to say X-Men 97, but this is your Age of Apocalypse box. So you can see that we've got the instructions. The expansion adds 4 unusual mutant heroes, 3 ruthless villains, as well as new apocalyptic locations. These can either be used in isolation to create a dark timeline experience, or mixed with other heroes, villains, locations, and challenges of the core box and other expansions to create infinite different play experiences. And that's the best thing about Marvel United. You could just play this game a million times, and there would still be a million more scenarios and stuff to do. So you've got your Dark Beast. So this adds Dark Beast. So he has a special setup, a super villain, just another sort of way to play that's got to do with this box, and we'll go through that in a second. But I like this. Apocalypse Reset Timeline Mission. Reset Timeline is a special mission that replaces the standard Defeat Thugs mission when facing Apocalypse. To complete this mission, a hero must use 2 heroic actions in the same turn to place a pair of heroic tokens from the pool on the card. These actions are spent to add the tokens to the mission and do not allow the hero to perform heroic actions. Only 3 pairs of tokens are added to the mission. So that's just another way to play. Again, a million and one ways to play. So we'll look at the location that they said will give us a dark timeline. And I'm not too worried about bending these because I've got the cardboard locations. So you have the Human High Council base, the Core Seattle Slave Camp, Dark Beast Laboratory, and you have Avalon there. So here are your villain dashboards. You got Apocalypse, the Age of Apocalypse, and he looks terrifying, absolutely terrifying. And you got Nemesis, and I think Nemesis's cap comes off, which we'll check in a second. So these are your special rules. Nemesis has got a BAM, villainous plot. All right, let's look into it. First up, we've got Apocalypse here, and we just saw his color scheme. You can sort of see it there. He looks absolutely cool here, huge and absolutely cool. Again, has a bit of weight to it, which we love. This is Nemesis. I think you can. So it just makes painting a little bit easier. I think the original one had this just sort of stuck on, But now they've taken it off to make painting a little bit easier. I don't really know too much about Nemesis, but I really like this, the way that they've made him. Oh, I'll get this on the right way, because he looks awesome as well with his big cannon there. But yeah, I don't really know too much about Nemesis. What I like doing when I'm painting is, if I'm painting Nemesis, I'll go on YouTube, I'll find a video that explains everything about Nemesis, so I learn a little bit about the characters. But the same with Dark Beast. I wasn't really a big X-Men sort of guy, so I don't really know too much about Dark Beast. I can only assume he's Beast, but from another timeline where he's evil. And that's Dark Beast. I think he has like a darker blue sort of tint to his fur than he does normally. You've got Sabretooth and Wildchild here, so another twofer, which is really cool. So that's a really nice mold as well. It's nice and really stuck on, which is good. Wildchild looks sick. Magneto, which reminds me of X-Men 97's Magneto, and he's blue, so he's a good guy in this version, which is nice. You can see how much detail they sort of go into over here, which is nice. You've got Morph, if I can grab him out, which I can't. There we go. We've got Morph here. That looks amazing as well. Morph. Again, we don't really know too much about these guys, but Morph I know from X-Men 97, really fun. I think that looks really cool. Would have been cool if they had like them going into like half of someone else. Like I really wish that they did with some of the other characters as well, like Mystique. And finally you have X-Man. The X-Man apparently. See, this is what I mean. Like that looks really cool, and then they've got a bit for the eye there, and I wish that they just sort of put that onto like Thor's hammer and a couple of other things. I thought that would have looked really cool with the other minis, but this looks like it's going to be a pain in the ass to paint though. And that is your X-Men Age of Apocalypse. The final box we're going to be looking at is Civil War, and this is the one I've been waiting to open for so long. So let's get this open. Oh, this cover art is amazing. There's so many heroes in this. There's a new way to play, and I love that they've done this. So because there's so many ways to play, it's not just one page. You've got, what's that? 10 heroes. You got a player versus player mode. You got all these team trackers, plastic bases. Look at this. It's just a whole new way, and I can't wait to play this. I don't know how I'm going to sort of play it by myself, but you've got all these other ways to play it, and I'll go in depth if I make a video about it one day and learning how to play it. But all this is going to be, this is revolutionary for Marvel United. So there is your PvP dashboard. Clash of Heroes. Oh, this is so cool. This is really awesome. You've got your tokens here. So these are your location control tokens. These are your shield tokens. So you got Captain America on one side, no Captain America on the other side, and your danger tokens there. So let's see. There's a few awesome locations here. Let's see what they've cooked up here. The Raft, Sokovia, of course, the Sokovia Accords, Bar with No Name, Garrett Castle, Avengers Mountain. Oh, how awesome does that look? That's the cover, the art on this, and I'd love to know who the artist is. Insane, incredible. And Washington DC, where everything always typically goes down. Now look at this. Oh my gosh! Wow! Goliath, huge. So this is Captain America, and it's just So much detail. So it's like the OG sort of Captain America with the American flag and his shit, like throwing his shield, the pole. That is probably one of my favorites. That is amazing. And while we're looking at Cap, we'll look at Iron Man, which is true to comic Iron Man. See, like they could do it for Iron Man. They need to do it for other. They need to do it for other minis as well. Iron Man looks sick here as well. Again, another one of my Spidey boys. We got Iron Spider, who was just integral in that. He's only got, he's got his three spider legs, but he's going to be fun to paint. And there has to be more Spider-Man minis than there are anything else in all of these games. Wonder Man, and I think they are. Are they making a Wonder Man TV show? I think they are. That's really nice. I think that might be the first time that we've seen a purple in some of the minis. This is Yellow Jacket, Hank Pym. Oh. So it's all the OG sort of stuff, which we love. He's got his little symbol over there, and that's a bottle cap, so you can see, the difference. And I think Janet Van Dyne was on a dice or a die, if I remember correctly. You got Tigra here. Is that looks like a vine almost, which sort of makes sense for the character. Just an ample amount of detail, just like in the face, on the chest, just nuts. You've got Kate Bishop. Again, just incredible. No arrows here, but no arrow. I guess that's because it would have been sort of too skinny and probably would have broke. You have got, so coming up to the last one, I think, this is Spectrum, who again, we've seen in a bunch of new Marvel projects. She looks cool. And finally, you have Hulkling. He's not as heavy as like the Hulk usually is, but I love his sword. Look at the runes on his sword and his wings. And this is another one that's going to be incredible to paint. So that's your Civil War box, and it's probably my most anticipated box out of everyone, just because of the new PvP mode that it sort of gives you, and I cannot wait to play this. But that is your Civil War box. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to try and do these videos a little bit more frequently. I appreciate all the subscribers that I've got at the moment. It's a little bit of fun, but I want to do these more frequently when I can. Once I finish Marvel United, I just want to go into other board games. So if you can sort of share this around with your Marvel United friends or whatever it may be, that'll be much appreciated. Likes, comments, subscribes, all appreciated. But until then, keep rolling.